Your thyroid gland is like the accelerator pedal for your metabolism. When it functions properly, you burn calories efficiently and maintain a stable weight. But when it is not functioning properly, just the reverse occurs. When the thyroid malfunctions, most health professionals will deal with the problem symptomatically. They will generally simply add thyroid hormone, and usually it's going to be synthetic thyroid hormone. They will not do anything to seek out the root causes of the problem and to eliminate them. One of the common causes of thyroid dysfunction is heavy metal toxicity. For example, mercury and cadmium, two toxic heavy metals, can reduce production of thyroid hormone by 10%. And this may not sound like a lot, but what it means is that there are calories that you are ingesting that are not being burnt. They are being stored as fat. And a 10% reduction in production of thyroid hormone can result in up to 20 pounds a year of increased fat deposition. In 2 years, that's 40 pounds. In 3 years, that's 60 pounds. Lead, which is another heavy metal that does not belong in the body, can interfere with the conversion of T4 to T3. And T3 is the active form of thyroid hormone. When this happens, your TSH will probably be normal. And a lot of doctors only check TSH. A number of other tests that should be performed when checking the thyroid, but so many doctors only check TSH. If the TSH is normal, they tell you that your thyroid is functioning normally. If it's abnormal, then they prescribe Synthroid usually. Now here's the thing. 100% of people tested in the United States have high levels of lead in their bodies. No amount of lead is good. No amount of lead should be in the body. And we today have over 1,000 times, in fact, as of 1965, Americans have more than 1,000 times the amount of lead that people had in their bodies in the past. And I'm sure it's increased since 1965. Around the globe, 90% of people have mercury, and we don't need any mercury. Mercury has no business in our bodies. And 80% have cadmium, and most of those have high levels of mercury and cadmium, not to mention all the other toxic metals that are in our bodies. So, in terms of thyroid function, we need to get the heavy metals out. Another way in which heavy metals mess with thyroid function is by blocking iodine absorption. Iodine is raw material that the thyroid uses to produce hormones. If you have insufficient iodine in the body, the thyroid can't make enough hormone. Period. End of story. And many cases of thyroid dysfunction are related to simple iodine deficiency. Either you're not taking in enough iodine, or the heavy metals in your body, which everyone has, are blocking the absorption of iodine. How do you know if you have thyroid dysfunction? Well, of course, you need testing, but you need to go to a health professional who will do a range of tests, not just check TSH. Some of the common symptoms of thyroid dysfunction are fatigue, weight gain, brain fog, abnormal hair loss. It affects your metabolism. The thyroid, as I said earlier, is like the accelerator pedal for your metabolism. And when you have thyroid dysfunction, you can have decreased metabolic function. And decreased metabolic function can result in a lot of different problems. Of course, low energy, the weight gain, hormonal issues, digestive issues, impaired immune function, cognitive and mood issues. It can definitely affect your mood and your emotional and mental state, skin, hair, and nail problems, and the list goes on. So, like I always say, whatever else you do for your health, you've got to get the heavy metals out. And I'm on a mission to teach as many people as possible how to do that. Because in the past, I didn't have a really good method. Yes, there are natural things that work, but they don't work nearly as effectively or for as broad a range of heavy metals as detoxamine. Link in bio will take you to a place where you can read about detoxamine. You can order it if you wish. It is EDTA chelation therapy. It's done at home. It's hundreds of times less expensive than the old form of intravenous chelation therapy, and it is certainly more convenient. But heavy metals interfere with thyroid function, period.